There are only two questions in life that truly matter. What do you want? And what are you willing to sacrifice for? Some business leaders want more than just making money. They want to create a unique impact on the world that is worthy of their passions, their talents, and their values. They want to maximize profit as never before, and yet they see beyond black and red figures on a two-dimensional page. It's about living a life of purpose. They want to create real wealth, the kind that uplifts communities and creates positive outcomes that last for all time. It's wonderful. That's higher profit. For the business leaders we work with, traditional measures of achievement just aren't enough. They demand more from themselves. They believe success just isn't success if they are not also creating the biggest positive impact for themselves, the people they love, and the world around them. It's always been their goal. It's always been the truest source of their motivation, building something beautiful and unique that lasts for generations. But somehow, despite their impressive career and notwithstanding the commendable organization they've led, the need for deeper purpose took a backseat to the pursuit of profit. Yeah, it was okay for a while. The realities of growth demanded their total focus. Competitors with inferior products seduced their clients. That had to be addressed. And the ups and downs of the market, coupled with the crazy pace of the information age, guaranteed there were always both exciting opportunities to analyze and big fires to put out. Yet, steadfast through the years, it was that desire, the need to not only produce the biggest income, but also to create an incredible positive impact that would go on and on. My clients reject the tired narrative that says you have to lose money to gain meaning. They know better than to accept a zero-sum mindset. However, big questions remain. 1. How do you discover your true purpose and express it every day in life and leadership? 2. How do you infuse this passion into everything your company does? 3. How do we convince clients that we're on their side and committed to their goals? And above all, how do you know that your actions today will create your vision for the future? In your family, with your employees and clients, and for the community and world around you. We've created a wonderful formula to maximize profit and purpose. We've developed a proven method to optimize both income and impact. It takes discipline and sacrifice. You have to be both proactive and reflective. And you can't take moments off. Maximizing profit and your unique impact on the world requires complete reformulation across the entire spectrum of your choices. Yes, maximizing income and purpose isn't easy. You gotta give it your all. But for the business leaders we work with, there is no other life worth living. In order to apply our equation for maximizing net income and impact, you have to first know what you're selling. It seems simple enough, yes? But the truth is, most business leaders don't even know what they're selling. If you ask them, they'll most likely speak about their products or the services they offer. But the truth is, no one has ever purchased a product or service. Never, not in the history of humans. Whether we realize it or not, we have only ever purchased value. A simple example illustrates this point. Imagine purchasing $100 of food at a grocery store versus eating $100 of food at a restaurant. Same amount of money and the same product, food. But spending $100 at a grocery store may buy enough food to prepare over a dozen meals, while $100 spent at a restaurant may only purchase 1 or 2 meals. Given this discrepancy, did you get a great deal at the grocery store? Or were you ripped off at the restaurant? Now, many people will say that neither statement is true. They'll say it depends on what the consumer wants at the time. 100%. They are right. If people buy products and services rather than value, then spending $100 to get a meal or two at a fancy restaurant would never make sense. You could instead purchase enough food for a few days for that same $100 at a supermarket. But people buy value, real or perceived. So it's helpful to reframe individual purchase decisions in a different light. Don't ask what price was paid. There's a better question. How much value was received? When you spend $100 at the restaurant, you got a luxurious atmosphere, intimacy and quality time with someone who's important to you, culinary expertise and a unique experience. You got to leave work behind, not cook for an evening, having someone else do the dishes and maybe have someone else deal with your kids. So much value. At the grocery store, you saved money, saved time with one-stop shopping and the ability to stock up. You got full control over your diet and nutrition. You got variety, plus the convenience of shopping carts, parking, fast express lane, and those awesome grab-and-go cooked meals. So much value. Your clients and customers are not buying your products or services. They're purchasing value. They are paying for what they value. Remember this saying, price is what they pay, value is what they get. Our equation for maximizing profit and impact has 2 variables. The first variable is value, as in customer value. In order to maximize your income and your purpose, you have to provide customers with the maximum value possible. And this goes so far beyond the underlying product or service you offer. Every sense must be engaged. Mind, body, and spirit must be aligned. I'm talking about a transcendent experience, one we create meticulously by building our client value stack. Think of all the elements that make up your product or service as the building blocks of value. Quality materials, innovation, clarity, simplicity, and safety. These all add value for your clients. You're building your client value stack. Let's go higher. The value you offer clients increases as you improve their buying experience. Multiple payment methods, flexible payment terms, easy returns, beautifully designed spaces, friendly and knowledgeable support personnel, free delivery, migration assistance. The value stack grows higher. Your clients are happier, and the real and perceived value increases for your clients. And so can your prices. Even better, your solutions stand apart from and above competitors. At every stage in the development and deployment of your solutions, creatively find ways to add more and more and more value for clients. Become maniacally obsessed with every block in your value stack. The process never stops. With time, new technologies will be developed. Someone may get there before you. Consumer preferences change, new competitors enter the market. These inevitable events erode your value stack. So you have to be vigilant, constantly and consistently fortifying the value you offer your clients. Soon enough, your business-making decisions will align with the importance of building your client value stack. Those old debates over new features and initiatives will no longer be won by the loudest argument or the most senior voice. There will be only one thing that matters. There will only be one question to answer. Does this feature or initiative maximize the value that we provide to clients as no one else can? Are we satisfying a deep need or a special want by providing clients with superior value that surpasses their own expectations? It's not just a good idea, it's beyond a clever strategy. People don't buy products and services, they actually buy value. That's why in our equation for maximizing net income and impact, value is the first variable. Let's connect the dots. To maximize profit, you must maximize your client value stack. Give clients all of the things that matter to them in ways no one else can. Nothing else matters. So consider everything: social, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, everything. If you want to maximize your profit and your purpose, if you want to generate the most income and impact, then you will never stop trying to find ways to provide your clients with the most value imaginable. The equation we have developed for maximizing profit and impact is revealing itself beautifully. We know that it has two variables, and now we've learned that the first variable is value. We're all in. We're fully committed to building the strongest and highest client value stack. It's the perfect plan. It will optimize the effect of the value portion of our formula. Wonderful. Let's move on to the second variable in our equation for optimizing purpose and income. This element answers a quintessential question all business leaders must address. What should we do? And how do we know that the thing we are doing our best at is the best thing to do? It's a big question. The answer is equally epic. We ensure that every action we take is in complete alignment with our highest values. The importance of operating inside your highest values touches every aspect of your business. It has a profound effect on our client value stack. Maximizing value to clients is such an important place to start. But now we're going to go so far beyond that. We are pouring all of the things that drive us and inspire us into each and every action we make. We are projecting our ultimate desires into all aspects of our offerings. Purpose is no longer far away or something hidden to be discovered. We are infusing purpose, passion, and legacy into everything we do. Each individual building block of value gets bigger because it contains not just the maximum value for clients, but also now our deepest hopes for ourselves, the people we love, and the world around us. Our client value stack gets wider, more stable, it grows taller, but that's just the beginning. It gets even better than that. Do you recall? Competitive forces, shifts in consumer preferences, and technological advances destabilize our client value stack over time. Those market factors are beyond any one company's control, of course, but check it out. Not only does operating inside of your highest values enlarge each unit of value you offer, it binds them together, bigger and stronger, solidifying customer loyalty while generating the most lifetime revenue per customer. Blow, winds, blow. Welcome the tempest. Operating inside of your highest values is a force multiplier. Let's break it down. In order to maximize your income and your purpose, you have to provide your customers with the maximum value possible. We've learned that this goes so much deeper than the underlying product or service you offer. Every one of your clients' senses must be engaged. Mind, body, and spirit must be afire. I'm talking about a transcendent experience. Producing that next level delivery of value optimizes your client value stack. You are amplifying the first variable in our profit and purpose equation. That is value, the value factor. Give clients the most value imaginable. The second factor in our income and impact equation relates to how you do the things you do. You have to align every individual action with your highest values. Wrap all of your business activities, big and small, in your highest values. Surround every choice, even the ones that people don't see, with your highest values. When you purpose each incremental action for greatness and legacy, you're breathing life into our formula. You're enlarging the second variable in our equation by executing everything you do at the apex of your highest values. That's it. That's the equation. That's how you maximize profit and purpose. That's how you get the most income and the most impact in everything you do. Every business activity, every management decision, every leadership initiative. Ask yourself, is this providing the most value for clients parallel to my highest values? Does this incremental action, choice, decision provide the most value for our clients in complete alignment with our highest values? I remember my first meeting with my client, a CEO of a residential development company in Utah. During the onboarding process, he told me how he used to build houses with his father. They built them by hand, one at a time, a simple business setup. Nothing like the sophisticated operations he has today. He spoke with so much pride as he told me about his father's carpentry abilities. How his old man was an exquisite finisher with an immaculate attention to detail. How he went beyond simply making sure things were straight and smooth. His fits and finishes were pristine. His workmanship of the highest standard. My client respected and admired his father's work ethic and how he could turn an ordinary log into a beautiful work of art. Now, on one hand, through our equation for maximizing income and impact, I'm making a case for excellence. incremental and continuous excellence across everything you do. That should be an open and shut argument. The importance of excellence should sell itself. Deeper than that, however, is the unique touches and the personal pride that gentleman applied to every piece of wood he touched. He left his mark. He gave it his all. And even if someone was to copy that exact same blueprint, they couldn't do it quite like him. Because he was more than just a carpenter. He was an artist and a craftsman, and he cared. Quite often when I speak with executives, I know they care. I hear it in their voices as they describe the outcomes they want for their company, the trajectory they want to chart. The big picture is often beautiful. But what about the details? How do we bring this vision to life? The fundamental question asked by our equation for maximizing profit and impact, value times values, is not, why are you doing the things you're doing? Or what big things do you want to achieve? No, it's examining how you do the things you do. It's adding purpose and impact to everything you do. Today, our client in Utah has developed his father's small carpentry outfit into a large residential development enterprise. He's no longer swinging a hammer beside Dad like he did all summer long when he was a teenager. But even though he's not on every job site every day, the way in which he longs to operate every single facet of his company reflects the same quality, care, and attention to detail he saw his father apply to every piece of wood he touched for decades. Do you hear what I'm saying? It was never about wooden boards and steel nails. It was never about ceiling trusses and floor joists. Whether we are talking about the father's first carpentry company or the son's current development enterprise, they were never building houses. Not to them. They were crafting a home. A safe place from which families in their town could take their love for each other and spread it near and far. They were and are building their community in the wonderful way that they envisioned it, the way they wanted to see it, carefully, intentionally, beautifully constructed. Do you see how they created the maximum value for clients? They view each individual step in the home building process as vitally important, worthy of their exacting attention to detail. That's the value stack. This fulfills the first variable of our profit and purpose equation. Creates superior value for clients as no one else can. Do you also see how they live their highest values by viewing the domiciles they built not as a product to be sold, but as a home? A warm place that would nurture the soul of the community they loved. That's operating inside your highest values. This fulfills the second variable of our profit and purpose equation. Align each and every action with your highest values. The metaphor hits home. We all want to live inside a structure that was constructed with such care. When we hire someone to perform a task for our business or for our family, we hope that they have the same precise attention to detail, that they do things honorably and completely without having to be watched, that they keep their word and use the best materials and deliver on time. But we also wish they would give it their all, that they would treat our project like it was their own, that they would have so much pride in what they delivered, even though it wasn't created for their own use. We want them to give it their all and create the most value for us. Generating the most income and impact is not far away. Creating the most profit and purpose doesn't need to be discovered. It's here and now. It is the natural result of specifically calibrated choices for each and every decision you make. It is a majestic function of mindful actions executed moment by moment. By now, you may be saying, "Hey, AMG, I hear you. I get it. I'm with you. I want it. But where do I start? How do I hire you? How much is this gonna cost?" I love it. But yeah, you can put the checkbook away. The process isn't easy, but it is simple. Our equation to maximize income and impact informs all of your actions. Half measures don't work. If it's not everything, then it's nothing. It's not about intellect. It goes beyond intentions. So for a moment, let's stop thinking about what we want to do. Instead, let's examine how we are doing the things that we do. Look at your offerings, your website, sales scripts, marketing collateral for your services, the language in your presentations. Now, apply our equation line by line. Does this product, this description, this photograph, does it create the most value for clients inside of our highest values? Dissect every word. Your pricing, your packaging, is it unclear or deceptive in any way? Change it. Bring everything in line with your highest values in a way that offers the most value to clients. And if one of your products or services is not adding maximum value for clients, if any solution is not in complete alignment with the things that matter to you the most, then either improve it until it is or discontinue it completely. Value cannot be deferred. Purpose cannot be put off. It is in every moment. It is in everything you do. Now, the counter argument is, if we get rid of all of our products that don't live up to our highest principles, then what will we sell customers? It's an impossible standard. Maybe. But let me answer this another way. If you are not providing clients with the most value possible, then when you take their money, you are extracting value from them. If you continue to extract value from customers, your business model is unsustainable. Anything that is unsustainable will lead to destruction in time. It's inevitable in nature and it's unavoidable in business. Remember, people buy value. Nothing else matters, and they will never stop trying to find the most value. You can only trade on your brand name and past successes for so long. Continually maximizing customer value and operating inside of your highest values is not just the perfect way to maximize income and impact. It guarantees that your business will survive. It guarantees your business will thrive. Imagine you had a friend from college, someone you haven't seen for years, and then out of nowhere, he gives you a call. After a few pleasantries, he explains to you that he's in a bad way. An investment has gone awry. He used their family home as collateral. They need a short-term loan. Just a few $1,000s. He tells you he doesn't know where else to turn. You lend him the money and he pays you back eventually. And then you don't hear from him again for a few years. And then, one day, you get a call from that same college friend. He tells you his marriage is on the rocks. He's got to leave the house and he needs a place to stay until he gets back on his feet. He wants to know if you have a spare bedroom. Even a couch will do. Okay, so now imagine a second friend from college. Another person you haven't heard from for years calls you out of the blue. After some small talk, she tells you that she was just thinking about you as she drove past the old campus ice cream parlor, the same canteen outside which you listened to her problems and gave her the best advice you could so many years ago. She thanks you, saying that at the time she didn't understand or appreciate your advice, but it was ultimately your nuggets of wisdom that helped point her in the right direction when it mattered the most. It's a great phone call, and you promise to catch up next time you're both in town. Then picture that same college friend calls you a few years later, and she says, "I was just thinking about you and how we were supposed to meet. We haven't had a chance to get out your way, but we have tickets for an amazing production in your town that we can't use. It includes dinner and a limousine. It's a great package. We thought of you right away when we realized we couldn't make it." She confirms your email address, sends you details, and promises to catch up again in the near future. 2 different college friends, each one contacting you twice. Now imagine at a later date, you're going through a little bit of a tough time. Not crippling, but definitely a sensitive period. And the phone rings. You check the caller ID and it's that first college friend. The guy who asked to borrow money and sleep on your couch. And even though you don't know why he's calling this particular time, do you pick up the phone? Not a chance. You're dealing with enough already. Now, consider you are going through that same tough time and you get a phone call. Check the caller ID and it's the second friend that you had from college. The one who thanked you for your advice, sent you awesome tickets, and promised to catch up with you next time they're in town. You do not know why she's calling this time, but do you pick up the phone? Absolutely! Her positive energy is most welcome during your challenging time. It's a perfect illustration of building relationships with your customers. Your first college friend wasn't a bad person, but he was continually extracting value from you, trading on a past relationship, exploiting a bond built long ago. Your second college friend probably isn't a saint, but every time you hear from her, she adds value to your life. She is thoughtful and goes beyond intentions. She backs it up with action. If you are continually giving people the most value inside of your highest values, then they will trust you. They will choose you even when times are down. You can give someone a good deal the first time and then offer them a discount the second time and they will come back. It's called repeat business. But I'm talking about true customer loyalty. I'm talking about customers still deciding to stick with you when there's a newer, shinier option available. They'll choose you anyway because they've had an experience with you that goes deeper than simply the product or service you provided to them. That's higher profit. You're creating value for your clients in alignment with your highest values. It's not about designing some great future initiative. It's not decoding the perfect competitive advantage. And it's not just about your website, packaging, and descriptions as we touched on previously. It is in everything you do. Those tiny incremental decisions and actions and interaction your business takes and makes each day. Look, things move too quickly these days to be unsure of what constitutes as appropriate action. There are too many important variables in business to be unclear on who you are and how you operate. So, focus on every action and every moment. As a business leader, ask yourself this: are you okay with everything that your business does in front of clients, with employees, and even behind the scenes? Are you okay with every action that your business takes, representing everything it will ever become, everything you will ever be in legacy? When I ask myself that question, I realize my purpose cannot be put off. It needs to inhabit everything I do. Just like our opinion of those 2 college friends, creating the most value for clients at the pinnacle of our highest values comes down to consistent patterns of behavior over time. If we want to create the most income and the biggest impact possible, let's change our goals. Let's change our focus. It's not just about doing big things in the future. It's creating a legacy of profit and purpose through each tiny detail, moment by moment.
Value times values is our equation for maximizing profit and purpose, income and impact. Profit is not the driving factor. Rather, it is a wonderful result. Maximizing profit is a natural product of creating maximum value for customers in alignment with your highest values. It's not about sacrificing income for impact. That's a false choice. And we don't lose profit to gain purpose. We create more of both. Executing our equation for profit and purpose requires vision, commitment, and discipline. You have to choose long-term impact over short-term revenue every time. You must ignore all opportunities incongruent with your highest values, no matter what. And with this focus, generate massive value for customers. Remember this saying, price is what they pay, value is what they get. That's why the first variable in our equation for maximizing income and creating the biggest impact is value. Producing superior value, building the strongest and most complete client value stack. Creating the most profit and impact in legacy is the why. Delivering the most value to customers is the what. Calibrating every action to your highest values is the how. Align your personal values with your business practices, exhaustively and intentionally. Purpose is revealed through the accumulation of each individual choice. There are no big decisions, there are no small decisions. Every action matters. There is no version of greatness that ignores integrity. There is no meaningful impact excluding purpose. There is no lasting legacy outside of your highest values. That's why the second variable in our equation for maximizing income and creating the biggest impact is values. Your highest values, woven beautifully and unconditionally through every fiber of your organization. Generate never-before-experienced levels of profit with clarity and consistency. Lead with passion and purpose, creating a legacy-worthy impact that goes on and on. Submit every choice to a simple test. Is this action creating the most value for customers in complete alignment with my values? It is a wonderful way to move through life, maximizing profit and purpose. A stirring anthem of income and impact.
The pursuit of profit quarter by quarter, it's not inherently bad, but it is myopic, and it tempts leaders, even those with the strongest integrity, to compromise their highest values in service of short-term gains. It's a tale as old as time. Rather than looking side to side in search of profits, with faith, look within, into the depths of what you care about the most, and then create value on high. Provide incredible outcomes for clients at a dizzying altitude. This qualitative approach will generate superior quantitative results, above and beyond anything you've previously experienced. And it doesn't stop there. Our value times values equation enhances your essential business KPIs as never before. You'll strengthen your leadership goals with higher quality decisions and a higher quantity of decisions. You'll make quicker strategic pivots in a naturally lean organizational framework. All enterprise goals will happen faster and better with pristine company-wide communication. Huge gains from team buy-in and optimized productivity as well. Operating inside your values will increase customer value, which increases sales. The positive effect that our value times values equation creates on sales is instant. Even better, it automatically creates the maximum possible lifetime revenue per customer. A synonym for branding is consistency. And the consistency produced by employing our value times values equation builds momentum through all of your marketing and communication activities. You'll no longer make lazy surveys that customers ignore. You'll never again send bland email campaigns that barely make a blip. You now have the silk thread that optimally links together everything you say and everything you do. Our value times values equation for income and impact naturally embraces lean methodologies for incremental and continuous improvement. It future-proofs your business against unforeseen changes in the competitive landscape and shifting consumer preferences alike. You will operate from altitude. You won't just stand apart from the competition, you will stand above the competition. It's time to lead in the markets and ideas that mean the most to you. The undeniable effect on your human resources is considerable, lowering recruitment costs and increasing the effectiveness of attracting and retaining top talent. You're not wrong. I agree with you. Profit and income and growth are great. Don't let anyone tell you they're not. Be ambitious, get it all. But let making money and building your company be a result of creating the most value for clients and operating inside of your values, and not the reason for running a business in the first place. It's a lesson I learned in failure. I had things backwards. I come from an immigrant family. I grew up in a pretty bad neighborhood. And just as our family was getting back on track, my dad got sick. I was about 7 years old, and my mom, she had us 3 kids, all under the age of 10, and she ended up cashing in her retirement savings to take care of us. And we went from being in an okay position to a very scary financial position. And I realized at that point, I had made a decision inside my young mind that I knew I would stick with for years and years to come. And that decision was when I got the chance, when it became my turn to go out into the world and to find a job and to earn money for my family. I would earn so much money. I would make sure that my family was never in that scary financial position again. Because as a kid, maybe I didn't understand what it meant for my dad to be in the hospital, sick for about a year and a half. I knew something was wrong. We went to visit him. And maybe I didn't understand exactly how bad the situation was financially. But what I do remember, and maybe you can relate if you've had sicknesses in your family or different insecurities in your family, and you see how much stress weighs down on your family, how it strains relationships, how it makes every conversation more difficult, how it makes happy moments less happy, and how it makes sad moments almost unbearable. That's why I decided, in my young mind, I was gonna make a lot of money one day. And when I went away to college, I lost my scholarships because I didn't focus. I lost my bursaries because my grades fell. And rather than turning to my parents and saying, "Mom, Dad, I need help," I turned to the streets. I started hustling to make money any way I could, and it worked for a while. But before long, I found myself in scary legal proceedings. I owed 7-figure money. I had to rebuild my life. I had to rebuild my reputation. I had to start all the way over. And at that place, at the bottom, when I realized that my life and my family and everything positive I wanted to create had fallen apart because I chased money and ignored my values, I made an important decision that ignited purpose and focus in my young life. I made the decision that no matter what I did moving forward, that I would operate inside of my highest values. I learned the importance of purpose, impact, and greatness. It cannot be put off. You can't put that off. Because I used to think that my greatness was hidden. I used to think that my greatness was far away. I used to think that I needed to do a whole bunch of things in a specific order to become great. And I used to think that once I'm rich, then people will listen to me. Once I'm educated, then people will respect me. I used to think that once I made a name for myself, then I would matter. But being great, living with purpose, generating wealth, creating impact is not a sequential set of steps. It's not far away. It's not hidden. It's right here and right now in the moment-by-moment choices I make. That's how you generate the most profit. That's how you create the biggest impact. You try and produce the most value for yourself, the people you love, and the world around you in each and every moment. And at the same time, you make sure that each and every action you take is inside of your highest values. I quit praying to the gods of net income. It wasn't the solution it promised to be. And as I moved my focus from what I could get to who I should become, those quintessential questions resurfaced, but no longer in a nebulous way. It's not philosophy. Not anymore. It is the two most important questions of life. It is the only questions that matter, answered moment by moment through each and every one of my choices. What do I want? And what am I willing to sacrifice for? I want to become the best possible me. I want to synthesize the highest manifestation of my talents, my passions, and my values. I want to create the biggest positive impact with my life in a way that's so unique to me and all of the things I care about most. And as I offer superior value to clients inside of my highest values, I expect to generate profit as never before. So I will discipline myself, and I will make temporary sacrifices in service of my highest values, moving my life towards the person I have always hoped to be. A person of character, purpose, wealth, and impact. I want to build a legacy that lasts for all time. For me, it's the only life worth living. Question: is our worldview so tied to capitalism that we substitute superficial accomplishments over real joy? Is our view of customers so dehumanized that we design marketing programs based on extracting money rather than maximizing value? How can you win without creating superior value for customers? Let's look at it another way. How could you lose by providing clients with unforgettable experiences? Think about it. It's heads you win and tails you don't lose. So what do you want? What are you willing to sacrifice for? Is profit enough, or do you want more income and more impact? Isn't the goal of a business to maximize shareholder wealth that provides you with more options and more time to do the things that mean the most to you? Isn't life about becoming the best of your talents and passions and values and using them to create the biggest positive impact for yourself, others, and the world around you? And isn't leadership really just influence? And if we are leaders, then exactly what are we influencing others towards? If not you, then who? If not now, then when? What do you think? Is greatness and legacy something you're willing to put off? Do not allow an underdeveloped notion of success to rob you from true wealth. Do not let it steal your true purpose. Do you admire the standard that you hold yourself to? You've worked so hard, sacrificed so much, overcome so many obstacles. The 20-year-old version of you would be blown away by all you have accomplished. So many lessons learned, so many big challenges faced. You've started over more than once. This isn't your first rodeo. Take every lesson from the past, the things that didn't go the way you planned, and the incredible achievements you built your reputation on. Take them all and apply your hard-earned wisdom to each and every action you make in every moment you're in. Take all of your hopes and dreams, even the ones you almost lost along the way. Include the impact you want to create in the future for your family, for your community. Incorporate the legacy you want to be remembered for long after you're gone. Take them all and apply your deepest desires to every action you make in every moment you're in. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm asking you to move backwards and forwards through time, bringing everything you ever were, everything you have learned, everything you want to be, every outcome you hope to create, the very fibers of your soul, the purest essence of your existence. Express it right here and right now through your moment-by-moment choices. Be all of you, the most you, and purpose every action for legacy, in life and in leadership. And then witness the power of purpose on profit. And then witness the power of impact on income. Don't settle for single-digit percentage growth. There's more. Better. Create glorious outcomes that last for all time through the uniqueness of who you are and the compound interest of tuning every action to the frequency of your soul. Remember this moment. Be mindful of the season. Take note of where you're sitting. It's precious. The moment you decide to purpose each subsequent moment for legacy, expecting hard choices, welcoming sacrifice. And your tired old sales scripts will wear away. Like the aged boardwalk pitchman. Like the last carnival barker. Familiar relics of a bygone era. But you will smile because you're on your way to deeper purpose, towards wider impact and higher profit.